jumping jack flashes, a gas. Right, jumping jacks, otherwise known as burpees. Who came up with the burpees? Huh? I guess some people burp with the burpee jumping jacks. Yeah. Right, what do they call them? Burpees. Anyways, now, well, you'll always be jumping jacks to me. You always. What was that song? Something. I lost the song. Right then, now, what we're going to do, it's about 11 in the PMs. Yep, so PM me on that one. Now, I'm going to go for some Romeo and Juliet's over there doing their thing, and they're doing their thing. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I was thinking a bit earlier. Okay, that's a rarity. Thinking nonsense. I was like, God, time just is so fast for me, you know? I was thinking of a time when I was like 19, 20, and some of the people that I knew at that time. Got some more Shakespeareans, Romeo and Juliet's just to the left here too. Isn't that nice? This weather here is, as it starts to cool down in this land, the rising sun, excellent beer size weather. I'm an expert in the field. Anyways, I was thinking, these people I knew back then, for me, it's just a flash. It's like, whoa, where did that time go? That's like 35 years ago. What? Yeah, it's like that. And I was doing some jumping jack flash burpees over there a while back. I'll go over there. I was wondering about these people. I was thinking, shit, they'd be all dead by now. Really? Like, yeah. Okay, and it's just a flash for me. Time for some people, I don't know about other people, but maybe it just means the same sort of thing to me. Like, it just 30 years is like yesterday. Yeah. And all my troubles seem, you know, it's like, shit, what happened all that time? What did I do? You know, normal people would be running out of time. They'd be like, shit, I better get some stuff done, you know. Maybe I'll have to retitle my life story as a life unfulfilled. What about that? We'll call it that. Here's a good burpee station in the grass somewhere around here. There's a tap over there. Yeah, shit. Like most people who get in my age and they go, shit, running out of time. You know, where's that bucket list? You know, I've still got shit I want to do. Yeah. Before the gathering, who knows? It might go bad for me. Doubtful, but you know. All right, no more messing about. I'll get to these jumping jack flashes. Oh yeah, I knew it was nigh on 11. They killed the lights. Yeah, I think they kill them at 11 anyway. And just boom, that big moony poos over there just decided to reveal itself. Maybe I'll have to look back at the video photography thing to see if I could actually see any moony poos. I don't think it was any cloud cover. I think it was just they turned the other lights maybe of obscuring it or something, like these lights here, and then suddenly boom, I was over there doing some burpee poo jumpy wumpies, right? And whew, I tell ya, we do a bunch of those every now and again, and got to add some stretching to it. Oh, did a little bit, but not enough. Do a bit more. It's your calves really that sort of They're like, oi, what are you doing? We're doing jumping jack flash burpee poos. And they're like, oi! So yeah, you know, yeah, feels alright now. Kind of, it's a real good range, all range of motionies exercise. It's really good. Saw some old bloke, when the lights were on, he was sort of ninjaing himself along here. And now, like, well, you know, look at that bloke, look at that old guy. I mean, hey, hang on, 30 years ago, these people, and they'd all be dead by now. Shit. Like when I was an apprentice, you know, like, a lot of those guys, like, they smoke cigarettes and all that, and all those guys, they wouldn't be faring too well now, you know, because we kind of thought they were old. Some of them were near retirement anyway. Yeah, it makes you think, eh? No, like, just, I don't know, the way I see time, it's just fascinating how fast it goes. If there's any young people out there to watch my garbage, I think I have a new subscriber, actually 2, in fact 2, teaching an Australian girl how to say no. Is that Sydney West? Sydney West, no, I can't do that. I say no, right? No. I say no. I've got variations of no. Nada. Yet. Ixnay. Pig Latin. Yeah, that was a funny skit, that one, wasn't it? I found that from, there was this funny skit I watched on the Tubey Woobies, of this, found this chess boxing. I thought that was freaking hilarious. This bloke, he's apparently some famous YouTube comedian bloke. I never heard of him, but he might not have heard of me either. He's only got about 4 million subscribers or whatever. I'll get him back to that. Welcome to my 455th, is it? Loyal, I think one of my loyal Ronin might have died a couple of weeks ago because I lost it. I lost a Ronin. He must have been out on a mission. So welcome to my 455th loyal Ronin and my 456th. No, 60. Welcome to my 465th loyal Ronin and my 466th loyal Ronin. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, if there's any young people out there listening to my rubble, time goes very, very quickly. It really does. You're just like, wow, okay, fair enough, I've done a few things in my life, and no shit, I've had like 13 girlfriends. I've had 13, if I really try to count, it's like 13 girlfriends. Oh, one was a wife, okay, so, you know, in my life. Some were quite short term, some I've kind of forgotten, so it's probably a bit more than that, but yeah. But it's kind of like, you know, don't listen to me, don't do as I do, not as I say, or do as I say, you know that one. You know the thing. I don't like promiscuity in my birds. You can't say that. Get on TikTok, have a rager about it. So, you know, that's a bit sort of hypocritical. Anyways, I've done a lot of shit in my life, and I've sort of done stuff, right? And I sort of go, whoa, but the time just goes woof, right? Yeah, it really does. So there are any young people out there listening to me, because I'm just better than you, obviously. You know, get on TikTok and have a cry about it. But anyways, but you know, okay, all jokes aside, the truth, because I know the truth, not real truth, not bullshit truth, but anyways, the truth is, I might joke around a fair bit, but here's a real truth. Time does go very, very, very fast. It really does. And you look back and go, what the? Hey, where was that 10 years ago? Huh? I mean, My daughter's like, I don't know, 18 or something. They're like, oh yeah, huh? What? Are you kidding me? I swear to you, time goes really fast. So from that, I guess you could glean, if you ever got like dreams and plans or any of that sort of nonsense. But I've heard people over the years, they're like, oh, my dream was to go here, there and there. When I was 16, I had a dream of going to Switzerland. And a girlfriend said to me, hey, my brother, he's a diplomat guy and he's based in Switzerland and we can come over for free. And I said, nah, couldn't be bothered. I mean, that was, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. And okay, no, I couldn't be bothered, you go. And so she went for a couple of weeks with her mum. And the plan was, hey, I go with her and mum and have a time in Switzerland. And spent a couple of weeks in Switzerland, you know, and pretty much all of it paid and all that. Everything was pretty much paid. So, and I couldn't be bothered going. I'm serious. So, well, I could talk about Europe, but anyway, anyways, where it is now, but anyways, yeah, I've heard people over the years, they talk about want to go here and want to go there, and their dream is to go here and the dream is to go there and blah blah. I wouldn't go on one of those luxury liner cruises, you know, because I knew about that stuff when I was like early teens. As like, you know, people were telling me, you know, like some of the older apprentices or whoever, or some older people, I don't know, you know, but people said, oh, maybe they're some people they knew, who knows. But the story is, you know, some guy will go there thinking with this romantic dream of meeting someone, you know, meeting some babe or whatever, and you get there and it's a freaking cockfest or something, you know, that's all it is. But the way it's packaged and sold, it's just bullshit, right? So, oh no, the cruise line industry's falling to shit, but oh no, they're going to get me now for that one. Anyways, you know, some people had dreams doing that. Some people might want to, they might be in a couple kind of, or married or whatever. That sounds cool to me, you know. Spend $400 gazillion and then go and tour around frickin' Greece or wherever. I did all that shit, not Greece and wherever. I didn't really go far, but I met thousands. I lived out of a backpack for 6.5 years. I really did. And the way I see it, there's so many people that, you know, they're established and they're okay financially and they got their second houses, family home, holiday homes or whatever, you know. But I've known people, millionaire people over the years, and they're like, I'm poor as shit, right? They're millionaire people and they're like at their homes and they're bored as shit. They've got this dream of, oh, you know, I'd love to retire, and they get to retirement and they go, oh, they're old, you know, and they burnt themselves out and they're like, oh, I couldn't be bothered going to freaking, you know, wherever, on safari or wherever, you know, and it's like, that dream is just totally crushed. I had my belief system, fair enough, I'm poor as shit now, but you never know when you're going to die, right? If you're young, get out there and, you know, waste a year, you know, and take a what do you call it, a year of absence or whatever they call it. So what do they call it in when you study in uni? I never went to uni. A bi-year or whatever. You know, that one. Anyways, some ninjas are coming out, and so I would say, all right, maybe not get on the magical mystery hippie trail like I did and spend 6.5 years doing it, living out of a backpack. And some people, like, they travel, and like me, they're pretty much all travelled out, and it takes a long time to get that sort of willingness, you know, that exhilarating feeling to go, oh, I wouldn't mind going somewhere again. If I was going to go anywhere again, I'd hitchhike around Japan, alright, maybe not all of it, but, you know, a fair bit of it, and on a beer size, and just hitch, and I could do that. I've got enough of the guggy goo goo that in the language barrier skills that I could just, is it illegal? I don't know. But anyways, I've hitched before here. It's freaking great. You meet the coolest people. But yeah, I would definitely, getting back to it, I would say that, you know, if you're young and you're like, you do think that you've got all this time, but you don't. You don't. It just goes by so quick, and then things get in the way, and you're like, oh, but I wanted to go do that, and oh no, and then you're like, oh shit, and before you know it, that dream's gone. You know. I wouldn't personally, if I was young now, hitch around. Yeah, like back in the day, you get a $2,600 back in those days for a round the world ticket. Right, for a year I think it was, and you can extend it and this and that and work and whatever, and I think you could get like 3 years out of it or something like that. But that's back in the day, people were doing that. The world was considerably safer back then. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I saw shit like at the Dandy Town Hall, mate. Yeah. About the PJX, and I saw LB Mangles and his documentaries, around the world safari thing, and him and Judy Green, he grabs this model from wherever and goes, oh, you come with me to South America and we'll get in a full drive accident and you'll get paralysed. But it was fun, like some of it, the sailing and shit. Okay, so there are many what's that word, dangers, pericles, pitfalls, that word that just went, yeah. But maybe not so many big dreams, maybe smaller dreams. But yeah, if you've got a bucket list, at least you've got something going. If you don't have a bucket list, get a bucket list and go, alright, I've got X amount of time. Now, I'm brilliant at math, check this out. X times, but what is X? You don't know what X is. You might just drop dead like now. That's it. Game over. Forever Sleepy Poo's land. So I say, you don't have a bucket list, draw up a bucket list and go, right, I'm going to do that, you know, and, at least get some of them sorted out when you're young and fit and healthy. And if you're not fit and healthy and you're young, then you're a little bit on the stupid side, because if you're not fit now when you're young, how are you going to be fit when you're, if X remains, if X is the remainder. Yes. Alright, now what I'm going to do, what was that word I was looking for? Many cataclysmic, are there many dangers, many, you know what, I need to have a chip in my head for a thesaurus. That'd be good. I'll call up Elon and say, hey brah, give me one of those brain chippy things, and I want an advanced thesaurus. Yes, and chuck in some pig Latin or something there too. Alright? Don't ixnay on the pig Latin or whatever. Tinlay. Alright, that's enough bullshitting on. Yeah, the story, there's some ninjas over there coming along. Don't mess about if you're young, right? I'm still playing around. I haven't even reached adolescence yet. But yeah, you know, if you're young, go, right, I'm going to get some things done. So, because I can look back in my memories. I don't have fuck all, alright? But I can look back in my memories and go, whoa. Yeah, I can amuse myself forever and a day. Just looking back and going, whoa. Many sad times and all, you know. And yeah, but mate, I can look back and just like there's just yeah. So you know, if you're going to look back and just like, and there's you're just an empty vessel, a young vessel that's empty. You know, fill it up with some memories and dreams. And I never knew I was going to come to this joint. When I was young, how about this? I used to wonder, where am I gonna end up? Where am I gonna be? Where does this go? This existence? Where am I gonna be? And I used to think, I remember years ago, it was a real shitty time. Life was just shit, and I was like, I don't want to be me anymore. I was in this backyard, I was drinking some Melbourne bitters. I was looking at the stars. I said to myself, I said to the stars actually, where am I going to be in a year's time? And in a year's time, I was in the arms of this beautiful girl. It was fantastic. Yeah, you know? So sometimes it's shit, but sometimes it's freaking awesome. Yeah, so I don't know, man, you know, like some people don't really have a whole lot of dreams. That would be a nice shot right now, isn't it? That picturey thing right there. The glistening of the moon pools. Yeah, how did I do that? Anyways, I rambled on enough. I'm going to go and play a bit of chess online. Men that were battered and smashed. Men like Max. Darren. Hey, those young guys are out there doing some cool stuff. Nigh on midnight, having a bit of a blasty poos. Hey, get yourself a motorcycle license. Go out and lose your legs or something, you know, have a good time. Alright, keep it within limits. But those young guys, they're all having a freaking blast. Midnight, mate. It's a Monday, you know. But I'm sure they're all sober, and they'll be, you know, they're probably students or something. So not too wild, just a bit of wild. I've always been sort of on that side of the conservative side of wild. Yeah. Right. Anyway, let's just do this. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, definitely oh, those jumping jacks, mate, they're alright. Oh, I feel kind of springy. I was listening to the Salty Cracker, and talking about some Politico guy that's in the States. He's like 70 years old, and they've got footage of him on one of those incline bench press things, and someone was saying the guy's probably on some kind of testosterone enhancing sort of stuff, and I had a look. I looked it up, and apparently it's something to do with like some stuff. You can get it legally here too. It just comes up as an ad that you can. What it's called again now, but what is it? Testosterone replacement something or other. Testosterone replacement whatever. I'm not into any of that sort of stuff, but I was talking about low T type of stuff, and I was like, and it says, I was like, oh, because I was curious about what's in it and how do they take it, and there's some kind of orally taken stuff and injection stuff, all this sort of thing, and I was like, there's things like, is this stuff safe? And there are no real long-term studies of this sort of stuff, and so this is different from, apparently, from steroid injection type of thing. And a lot of people on what, HGH, human growth hormone, yeah, apparently Stallone's on that stuff. That's injection stuff. And this other stuff they're talking about is oral stuff. But then there's some apparently studies saying, whoever believes in studies, but those with liver issues are showing signs of problems. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in this, because it's something like synthesizing testosterone. And I guess some people were saying that, well, I guess if blokes are in their 70s, well, well, they got the lose kind of thing. But I was like curious about, they get this stuff from some kind of plant fibers or some bloody thing, and also from soy. So is that like reverse engineering this stuff? Because I know that from soy that lowers testosterone, right? Well, that's from what I understand it to be. There's lots of people feel that that's the case. So cutting soy out is, or at least reducing it, you know, to real minimalists, minimalisms. Yeah, I get wordings like that from the salty cracker. Actually, he reels off all kinds of funny stuff. Anyways, and so it's like this stuff is genetically engineered, synthetically engineered, or some bloody thing to mimic the how the human body creates testosterone. And I'm thinking, that don't sound too natural to me. I'm into this concept of like natural food. I'm natty, you know. I don't believe in the whole jab something in you. I mean, I've seen dudes that stick heroin in themselves, you know, and it's like, fucking hell. And I saw those dudes years ago when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, there was this woman in particular that I remember, she was grey. She was in her 20s, and her skin was grey. I was afraid of her. I was afraid to go near her. And she would go and jab herself in this toilet, in this outhouse. I swear I was afraid of her. You know, I didn't want to go near any of those creatures that were doing that, because they just looked like freaking, just something was like, sort of, at me being real young like that and really naive and sort of just like didn't know anything about this. I'm still afraid of them. I'm not afraid, I don't want to go near them. And I was like, fucking hell, yeah, how are these people jabbing this stuff into themselves and looking like that? And these other dudes are like pumping iron, they're jabbing stuff into themselves too. Hey, if that's what you want to believe in, go for it. You know, I'm not at war with you. But I don't believe in it. You know? And I don't believe in this taking tablets and all this stuff. Because out of some synthesized, metabolical, computerized, techie science. No. No, thank you. You know, I'm 54. Yeah. And I don't eat shit. Well, I like a pack of potato chips every now and again. But it's like, you know, I'm doing something right. Yeah? I'm definitely doing something right. I'll stick whatever in the oven here and stuff it full of stuff, and then hopefully that turns into energy and it's all good to go. So I'll definitely, my way of the concepts of existence or whatever that are true about the burpees. That's a bozozoku. Rama. Midnight. So I'm definitely doing something right. Yeah? Because I've seen it throughout my existence, quite a number of people that are living in the forevermore sleepy land. Don't get stuck into me for walking around. That happens all the time. They're always out 2, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever. The cops, I don't think, chase them anymore, because maybe the neighbours are like, the cops make more noise than the bikers do. They get stuck into me for walking along, just having a normal sounding decibel-y thingy majiggy at this time. Because, yeah, I'm not kidding you, that goes on all the time. Anyways, yeah, I've known a lot of people that just, they're gone. Yeah. So definitely I'm doing something right. Alright. Well, give it 6 more days, and that'll be 6 months sober. Now, I've done a lot of damage. I've done some damage. I've paid a good price. I've got a mansion. I paid a good price. I've never been there. They tell me it's nice.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.